Air suspension sounds brilliant on paper. Smooth ride, silent cabin, luxury comfort. But in Britain, it's become one of the most expensive traps in the used car market. These systems rely on compressors, rubber struts, and sensors that all age badly. When one fails, the whole setup collapses, literally. Add modern electronics to the mix, and you've got dashboards lighting up like Christmas trees. MOT failures for uneven suspension or ride height faults are now common, and fixing them often costs more than the car's worth. Across the UK, garages are filled with executive saloons and luxury SUVs, waiting for repairs owners can't afford. So today, we're exposing the worst offenders, the cars where comfort turns to chaos. And stick around, because the one waiting at number 1, it's not what you think. Number 7, Range Rover Sport. The Range Rover Sport is Britain's ultimate paradox, a symbol of success that too often ends up stranded on the driveway. It looks majestic, feels commanding, and rides like a dream, until the air suspension reminds you why mechanics call it the wallet assassin. It usually starts subtly, one corner sagging overnight or a faint suspension fault. Warning owners ignore it, assuming it's a sensor glitch. Days later, their £30,000 SUV is sitting flat on its bump stops, like it's surrendered to gravity. A single air strut costs around £1,000, and that's before you add compressor, valve block, or labour. A full system rebuild easily climbs past £3,000 to £3,500, and many owners fix one corner only for another to collapse weeks later. Then come the electronics. Terrain response modules, height sensors and control ECUs are so intertwined that one failing component can light up the dash like a Christmas tree. A Derby specialist summed it up perfectly. Every Range Rover we see is either sinking, flashing, or both. Add door latch failures, sticky tailgates, and infotainment resets, and you start wondering how a luxury SUV can behave like a moody teenager. MOT failures for uneven suspension or ride height fault are now common, with some garages refusing the job unless paid up front. Which is tragic, because when it works, the Sport feels sublime, plush, prestigious, commanding. But once that amber suspension light appears, you're no longer driving a luxury SUV, you're managing a financial liability. As one owner from Kent put it, "It didn't just sink on my driveway, it sank my savings." The Range Rover Sport proves one brutal truth. Luxury means nothing if it can't survive an MOT number 6. Audi A8. The Audi A8 has always been the understated executive's choice. Sleek, refined, quietly luxurious. It's the car for people who want Bentley comfort without shouting about it. But beneath that polished exterior hides one of the most complex mixtures of air suspension and electronics ever fitted to a production car. And when it ages, elegance turns into agony, even well-maintained. A8s, often ex-chauffeur or executive fleet cars, start to sag after 8 to 10 years. Tiny leaks form in the air struts, compressors overwork overnight, and, by morning, the car leans like it's given up on life. One air strut costs £900 to £1,100. Replacing all 4, plus compressor and valve block, easily reaches £3,500 to £4,000, often more than the car's entire auto trader value. Add calibration and diagnostics, and the bill climbs further, with many garages refusing the job without full factory-level equipment. Then come the electronics. The A8 runs on a network of over 70 ECUs controlling everything: adaptive lighting, active dampers, lane assist, massaging seats, even the boot lid. When one fails, it often drags others with it. The MMI infotainment unit is notorious for freezing or dying completely, taking climate control and suspension settings with it. Replacement costs £1,200 to £1,500, assuming you can even source a working module. Independent specialists dread A8 electrical jobs. Diagnosis alone can cost £150 before any repair begins. Coding faults, CAN bus errors, and failed modules can keep the car stuck in a garage for weeks. Owners report surreal issues: windows refusing to close, steering wheels stuck in one position, cameras flickering like a horror movie, all traced to a single failing module buried deep in the wiring. And yet, when it works, the A8 is magnificent. It glides over potholes, isolates every sound, and still feels like the £80,000 limousine it once was. But when it doesn't, it becomes a haunted supercomputer, draining your wallet one fault at a time. In Britain's used market, the Audi A8 is the ultimate illusion, a luxury bargain online, and a financial nightmare on the ramp number 5, Mercedes S-Class. For decades, the Mercedes S-Class has been the benchmark for luxury, the car that politicians, CEOs, and chauffeurs all swear by. In Britain, it's the ultimate statement. Smooth, silent, sophisticated. But here's the catch. The same tech that makes it feel like first class on wheels also makes it one of the most expensive cars to keep alive once the warranty's gone. The AIRMATIC system is the biggest culprit. It's a blend of air and hydraulics that constantly adjusts to road conditions, keeping the car level and cushioned. When new, it's magic. When it fails, it's misery. It usually starts with a warning. AIRMATIC, visit workshop, followed by a slow, sinking feeling. Quite literally split airbags, seized compressors, leaking valves. Each strut costs around £1,000, and a full system rebuild can top £4,000. Some owners report their S-Class sitting uneven overnight. Others lose all air pressure and can't even move it off the driveway. But the real headache is the electronics. Mercedes stuffed these cars with sensors, modules, and servos controlling almost every function. On the W221, the SBC brake pump became so notorious for failing that Mercedes had to extend the warranty. On the newer W222, radar sensors and adaptive cruise modules fail with age or moisture, and each replacement costs more than a decent used Fiesta. One owner from Manchester joked, "My S-Class doesn't need a mechanic, it needs an IT department. Even diagnosing the issue is expensive. Specialist scanners are required, and labour can reach £150 per hour. Worse still, parts are often VIN-specific, meaning second-hand replacements rarely fit or communicate properly with the rest of the system. There's no denying the S-Class still feels incredible from behind the wheel. It floats, it isolates, it makes you forget about Britain's potholes. But that calm hides a cruel reality. Once the electronics or suspension start to go, you're one repair away from financial turbulence. The S-Class proves that perfection has a price, and in the used market, that price can double overnight. Still ahead, the German SUV with a £5,000 suspension bomb and an electric future car already falling apart. You won't believe what's waiting at number 1. But first, let's talk about Porsche's performance SUV that's become a nightmare for British wallets. Number 4, Porsche Cayenne. The Porsche Cayenne is the SUV that promised everything: performance, luxury, and that magic Porsche badge. For a while, it delivered. But as these cars have aged, they've gained a new reputation in Britain. The SUV that drives like a dream until the suspension drops and the bills start piling up faster than it accelerates. The adaptive air suspension is the star of the show and the star of most nightmares. It adjusts ride height and stiffness on the fly, giving the Cayenne that perfect mix of comfort and control. The problem? Britain's damp climate and endless road salt eat away at the rubber seals and metal fittings. Within 6 to 8 years, leaks appear, the compressor overworks, and before long, you've got a Cayenne sitting nose down on the driveway. A full system replacement, 4 struts, compressor, and valve block can cost over £5,000. That's more than many of these cars are now worth. And the trouble doesn't stop there. Faulty height sensors and transfer cases often send the car into limp mode, while chassis system fault messages haunt dashboards. Add failing infotainment screens, parking sensor errors, and keyless entry modules that refuse to communicate, and you've got a luxury SUV behaving like it's haunted. One owner from Surrey called it a laptop on wheels, only less reliable. Even small jobs can trigger chaos. Disconnect the battery, expect half a dozen error lights, replace a strut, prepare for recalibration charges. Porsche's parts and diagnostics don't come cheap either. Specialists charge premium rates, and many jobs require dealer software to reset systems. The irony is painful. The Cayenne feels unstoppable when everything works. It can tow, it can corner, it can outpace most hot hatches. But when those air and electronic systems start to crumble, it becomes a £5,000 paperweight with leather seats. It's proof that even Porsche's engineering genius can't escape the curse of complexity. For every mile of smooth luxury, there's a bill waiting just around the bend. And if the Cayenne shows how technology can bankrupt you, the next car proves that BMW took that risk and somehow made it even worse. Number 3, BMW X5. The BMW X5 is one of Britain's best-selling luxury SUVs. Stylish, powerful, and brilliantly engineered. It's the kind of car that makes you think, surely this one's safe. But in reality, it's one of the biggest financial traps lurking on the UK used market. The reason? Air suspension and electronics so fragile they could bankrupt a banker. Most X5s sold here came with self-leveling rear air suspension as standard over time. Those rubber air springs dry out, crack, and leak. The compressor then works overtime trying to keep things level until it burns out too. Number 2. Jaguar XJ. Few cars capture British luxury like the Jaguar XJ. Long, elegant, and unmistakably aristocratic, it's the saloon that once carried prime ministers and celebrities alike. But for many ordinary British buyers, owning one second-hand has been less royal experience, more like paying for a throne that collapses beneath you. The problem starts, predictably, with the air suspension. On older X350 models, the air struts and valve blocks leak like a politician's promises. Leave the car parked for a weekend, and it often sinks until the wheel arches rest on the tyres. The compressor then runs itself to death trying to lift it back up. A single strut replacement can cost around £800, and a full rebuild easily pushes past £3,000. Even the newer X351, with improved seals, hasn't escaped issues. Height sensors fail, dampers lose pressure, and the system constantly fights itself to stay level. Then come the electronics. Jaguar packed the XJ with more luxury features than a Mayfair hotel. Touchscreen climate control, adaptive lighting, power rear blinds, massaging seats, and each one seems to have its own plan for rebellion. Modules lose communication, seat motors jam, parking cameras stop responding, and battery drains become so common that some owners leave theirs permanently on trickle chargers. A specialist in Essex put it bluntly: we earn more from Jag Electrics than we do from German timing chains. It's a painful irony, because when the XJ works, it's magnificent. The ride is sublime. The V6 and V8 engines purr effortlessly, and no other British car makes you feel quite as special. But once those systems start failing, you quickly realize luxury and reliability rarely share a postcode. One owner summed it up best on a Jaguar forum: it makes you feel like royalty until you get the repair quote. Then you realize you're the butler. The Jaguar XJ is a masterclass in charm and a master warning about the true cost of British sophistication. And if a proud British limousine can drain wallets this easily, our final car proves that even the electric future isn't immune. The Tesla Model S, where silence hides a new kind of chaos. Number 1. Tesla Model S. When the Tesla Model S landed in Britain, it looked like the dawn of a new era. No oil changes, no fuel bills, just silent, effortless power. Early owners bragged about skipping petrol stations and upgrading their cars with software updates. But a few years down the road, those same owners started discovering something uncomfortable. The future still brakes, just differently. The Model S rides on an air suspension system as complex as any Range Rovers. When it's new, it feels otherworldly, smooth, balanced, perfectly composed. But over time, British rain, grit, and cold take their toll. Air struts begin to leak, compressors weaken, and sensors start sending nonsense data to the control unit. The result? A £70,000 luxury EV that wakes up sitting on the floor, flashing suspension fault, service required. A single strut costs around £1,200, and a full rebuild can pass £3,500, often after a month-long wait for parts. Then there's the digital side, the part that truly sets Tesla apart, and not always in a good way. The massive central touchscreen, known as the MCU, controls nearly everything: lights, heating, even the glove box. Unfortunately, early units were built with memory chips that wear out over time. When they fail, the car becomes almost undrivable. Out of warranty, a replacement costs £1,500 to £2,000, and that's before labour add in retracting door handles that seize, charge ports that refuse to unlock, and phantom software glitches, and the dream of low maintenance quickly evaporates. Tesla's direct service model doesn't help either. With few authorised centres across the UK, even simple fixes can mean long waits and high bills. Owners often joke that they spend more time on the Tesla app than actually driving the car. The Model S remains a marvel, quick, quiet, and decades ahead in design. But it also proves that technology doesn't replace reliability. It just changes what goes wrong. In Britain's climate, that means more water ingress, more corroded connectors, and more costly surprises. The future of motoring might be electric, but it's far from trouble-free. And that brings us to one final truth. Whether it's air or electricity, luxury always comes with a price. Luxury cars promise comfort, status, and silence. But once the warranty ends, silence turns to dread. Air suspension fails, sensors glitch, and electronics throw endless faults. One £1,000 repair quickly becomes £4,000 as one system drags another down. Across Britain, MOT bays are packed with sagging SUVs and dead dashboards. Those bargains on AutoTrader with air suspension needs attention. They're really money pits in disguise. Not all high-end cars are disasters, but complexity kills reliability. Before buying luxury, ask, can I afford it after I've bought it? Have your own horror story? Drop it in the comments. It might save someone a fortune. And don't forget to subscribe. Next week, we reveal the luxury cars that actually last.